morning, Dylan. Score some fucking goals.
How is everyone?
Hello there everyone and welcome. Thank you very much Brady for the 5 months tier 1 subbing. Welcome. Hello. I have happened to have just taken about 2 weeks actually away from streaming, and we're coming back to play a very unique idea that I had for a stream that I really meant to do like less than a couple of weeks ago before I took this break. But I didn't have the time because I was rushing to get 2 videos finished, the ones you saw recently on my YouTube channel, namely Bavaria Part 3 and Victoria 3 Strongest Defender, which were 2 good videos in my opinion. My humble opinion, I would say that. So welcome everyone. Luxembourg today. Read everything that I've written about this stream, including what's on the screen right now. Welcome. Thanks, Doomlord. Hello, Tickle McSickle. Hello, Per Cox, Mr. Ogatic. Everyone, welcome. Yeah, this is going to be a fun, cozy, and unique stream. It's going to be fun. So we're playing as a microstate. This is something, in my recent TGC playthroughs in single player as Russia and Spain, respectively, a lot of people suggested to actually take some of these microstates that we've seen all over the world and play as one of them. Hello, etc. And one of those that we saw was a country called neutral Moresnet, as a matter of fact. And it's the most captivating one out of all those microstates. But we will, figure that out as we go along. Brady's bringing in the news in the chat. We don't really... How about this stream? How about Spud Gun Official is a place where we can get away from that? The only place on Spud Gun Official where we talk about that is the Discord Politics History channel. And if you want to talk about current events and news, let's go there. But outside of that containment zone, and I mean, I admit I go into it sometimes myself, of course. I fall for the containment myself, don't get me wrong, from time to time. But outside of that, let's keep our political review away and just enjoy ourselves and have a laugh. And not get into that, as popcorn inducing as some of the stuff going on is. Let's enjoy ourselves and just have a relaxing time. What can I guarantee out of this stream? What are we going to expect? Well, it's going to be slow. We're playing as a fucking microstate with 350 pops, not 350,000, 350. We can also talk about the Discord username, absolute nonsense that's been going on there. That's a topic that I would find acceptable to talk about as a side topic. It's not political, unless we make it political. We bring up the political ramifications of Discord's username change. So, welcome in everyone. I am just hanging around in the main menu for now until we get more people in the stream, and then we'll commence in a couple of minutes. Hello, by the way, Greenforce, how you been? Not getting your name is suffering from success tier. Yeah, I mean, the planned Moresnet rework. Ah, fuck up. You're not doing a Moresnet rework. No way. You say that about every country, Blackstar. Every country's got a rework upcoming. I doubt Neutral Moresnet was one of them. A meme LARP path. I'm going to make my own path. I have plans that I cannot share with you right now, or the haters would sabotage. Yeah, we could talk about the Discord username nonsense. I mean, I didn't get my username. I didn't get Spudgun. But there are different aspects to this. Spudgun is a username that I have seen other people have before, okay? For example, in the Mountain Blade Warband Napoleonic Wars community, there was just another guy called Spudgun. And that's just his username that he picked independently. So I'm not going to go out and accusing people of impersonating me without some kind of basis for making that accusation or some evidence. But the fact of the matter is that someone else took the username Spudgun for their official Discord username, and they got there before me. Hello, thanks Ich bin durch MP3. Hello, welcome, thanks. We're not talking about RT. I wasn't going to go for the name Spudgun Official. Fuck that guy. Forget him. We'll talk about him next. There was a guy who took the name Spudgun, right? So I thought, well, okay, maybe he's just taken the name Spudgun innocently and independently, which is absolutely fine. I mean, I can't have more claim over the username than anyone else. I know that big, massive content creators always like to claim all this stuff belongs to me, we deserve special treatment, and they get it. Because they have fucking massive weight behind them. But I could never expect it to do anything like that. Don't care. But, I thought at the same time, there's no point not trying. I might as well try and reach out to the person who took the username Spudgun and see if I can go out on a limb here and ask him to hand it over through my people skills and just a simple request. So I don't have any expectation or I feel like there's any obligation for me to have the username or for anyone to give it to me if they took it. But there's also no harm in just innocently asking with no, not saying anything bad would happen if they didn't. It's just, asking. So I reached out to Spudgun and got absolutely no replies at any point. I sent a friend request. It was ignored. And then a few days or a day later, I noticed that I suddenly had a mutual server with this Spudgun character. So I went onto that mutual server, which happened to be the official Paradox server. No Blackstar, that's exactly what I would not do. Well, I might joke about that. I would joke about doing it, but not actually do that, okay? So I went onto our mutual server, the official Paradox server, and I pinged Spudgun, which is a perfectly normal, reasonable thing to do. You can ping on Discord is a communication app between people. You go on there to talk to people, message people, contact. Shut up, Blackstar. Are you a Paradox false flag psyop right now, Blackstar? What are you? Stop saying these things. Okay? So I pinged this guy because Discord is a chat app where you ping people and ask for communication. I said, hey, I've got something I'd like to talk to you about. And then, on the official Paradox server, I was warned by the Paradox mods for pinging him because randomly pinging other users for any reason that isn't relevant to the existing conversation is against the rules. It comes under rules of harassment. And so I was reprimanded by the mods for that one, for pinging someone asking to speak to them. One person who I wanted to simply speak to and, ask about an issue that I had. So of course the Spudgun in question didn't reply to that, and that Spudgun subsequently left the official Paradox server, no contact from them since. As I said earlier, I'm completely open to the idea of there being someone who wanted to take the username Spudgun innocently and they got it before me in the priority hierarchy of when Discord gave out the usernames. Which is fine. But what happened between me and that Spudgun, I don't know. It's weird. The fact that this person didn't reply. I mean, from a normal human standpoint, you might think if someone messages me asking to speak to me about an issue that they might have, why just ignore them? What reason would a human have to just ignore another human over some simple stuff? I mean, why? Isn't it weird? And isn't it, what if you know, it's a kind of funny thing. You know, you took the username Spudgun, I'm called Spudgun, I've got a YouTube channel. It's funny. People picking the username Spudgun. I mean, I remember I mentioned that Napoleonic Wars community Spudgun. We used to have a laugh and joke about having the same name all the time. I met him in line battles and stuff, I remember, back in the day. And he might be out there somewhere right now with the username Spudgun, playing some games in some communities. And that's fine. We had a joke about that and we would talk about it. But this Spudgun, this new Spudgun, who I'm not accusing of being a direct, intentional impersonator. Anyway, I'm ranting about this too much, but you get the idea, right? Overall, the Discord username change is something I hate. It's a stupid thing. I absolutely despise and resent the change, okay? We know that, and loads of other people agree with me. So, wait, hold on. Actually, I need to get my Discord voice thing. Hang on, we'll get into the game soon. Like I said, it's one of those chill streams, okay? It's one of those chill streams. You've stopped drinking? Oh, congrats, Green Forest. I hope you can keep that up. All the best to you. Could it be... Brady's throwing out the accusation that it could be a Paradox-affiliated person. Look, there are so many people out there who would have a motive to do this. There are so many. It's unbelievable. Let me get into the VC. Hang on here.
Bingo's bonus him hungover.
Wait. Thank you, no username. Oh, sorry about the hangover. Hopefully I'll be a cure for that. Thank you for the 10 months. Bear with me a sec, guys. I'm sorry about the slow start. It's natural for these streams, single player. You know, we're just hanging out and chilling and talking about some random stories. Right, hold on a sec. Sorry. Need to get the Discord voice username thing. Please give me a second. There we go. That's it. Hello, Eunice. I'm good, thanks. Yourself? Good to see you. Once the doc gives the go-ahead, oh damn, Green Forest, I hope it's not a serious reason. So, where were we? Okay. Well, you can see my past saves for the 2 campaigns I did there. We abandoned the Spain playthrough. That didn't go well because we ran into some of the fundamental things that I have a problem with in the game, like great powers preventing you from ever doing anything, intervening in every war you try to fight.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, thanks, Lawrence. Good to see you as well. Thanks for the 3 months. I'm doing fine. And you? Hello, Noe. Okay, so let's start narrowing in and talking about the actual game. So, fuck the... Okay, well, there was one more aspect of the Discord username drama. That a well-known member of the Victoria 2 multiplayer community called RT, A-R-T-E-E, took the username SpudgunOfficial, all one word. He took that as his username, and he also changed his profile pic to the same as mine, and changed his display name, and actively impersonated me, which he's doing it for the whole fun and memes, which is, you know, I'm not saying he can't do that. I'm not saying it's illegal. Well, I don't know if it actually sort of is against Discord TOS, to be fair, but I'm not pursuing that shite. It's a little bit weird and annoying, especially since, now hear me out on this, right? That person, RT, who took my username and impersonated me, was then seen in a screenshot saying a racial slur to someone. And that screenshot, well, I haven't seen it spread far, but it exists and I've seen it. So that is just that's the story of how these things happen, right? So that happened. Well, as they say in Marvel movies, well, that happened. So, I mean... But I'm not coming on here saying, oh my god, this is a terrible thing, how could this happen to me, I hate these people, ban them from everywhere. No, not at all. I appreciate a lot of fun and banter, and the humour. But, I guess RT's joke of impersonating me will eventually run its course and he'll stop, I'm sure. He actually left my server after doing that. He didn't get banned from it. Well, maybe he did after, but he got He just left, and he's out there on Vic Union and stuff, impersonating me. So the only reason I'm really saying is to just get the knowledge out there and tell you what's happening. I'm not asking anyone to stop doing anything. I don't care. What's the strategy today? Thanks for asking, Nikitan, because we're going to get into that. The problem with Spain is you have to boost bureaucrat to have admin efficiency, budget's not enough. Well, to be honest, money issues as that Spain playthrough were the least of our problems, actually. Money was completely fine in that playthrough because we had some like fucking pillaging of the monasteries decisions. Maybe it's just me, but I'd consider it identity theft to make you look bad. Nah, I don't care. I know a lot of people would think that. I don't care as much as that, to be honest. Because, you know. But F107 says, Bocone will find the screenshot and then it's all over. Nah, Bocone of all people is the least to worry about. He's got worse. Let's just put it that way. And neutral Moresnet is when partisan less shot. What? I don't know what you mean. So, this is all great fun. I appreciate a bit of the fun and behind the impersonation stuff. I'm not pursuing that. Either with the Spud Gun guy, who is actually genuinely suspicious in the way he behaved, could be a malicious impersonator, could be an innocent person who had the name Spud Gun who just didn't want to talk to anyone about anything, just completely inactive. But fuck it. Okay, right, so let's tell you about neutral Moresnet, okay? Maybe Paradox stole the name. Well, maybe that's a theory, but I don't go about making genuine accusations if I don't have evidence. And there's only tiny bits of circumstantial evidence going on here, so I'm not saying anything. I'm just putting out what info I have and telling you the situation, and you can make of it what you will. So, without further ado, and then we have like an hour more of ado. So what else have we got? Let's turn off this text here. Right, what's neutral Moresnet? Okay, this is the grand combination mod, and Blackstar and a couple of other people probably be in the chat for this. This is the grand combination mod. The mod changes a drastic amount of different stuff. I don't want to go too long in introducing it. We did a couple of campaigns on it in single player streams recently, and one of the things that this mod adds, or it's more than one thing, lots and lots of microstates. It changes the provinces around, but also adds actual countries. Here's the monastic public of Mount Athos, for example, which is a neutral country. You can't even declare wars or anything with it. Here's the Constantine Bayek and Beni Abbas. You've also got this one here, which you can click on, I think. Yeah, well, there's San Marino. And there's one down here called... oh, is it part of the Papal States? That's part of the Papal States. There's one here. There was another one somewhere. But San Marino. Monaco's here. Andorra's in the game. Monaco's around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And many more. There's one here as well, between Portugal and Spain. Fucking... oh, we saw it there. Canto Misto. Neutral Moresnet. And I actually googled it at one point and it was real. I mean, why else would they add it? Of course it's real. It's between Belgium and Prussia. You might actually just be able to see a pixel of it there. I can't actually click on it on this map. You can't actually click on it to select it to play as it. Now, don't make any suggestions. I know how to work around this. I know how to actually play it. And this is the first challenge. The first challenge is actually clicking on the country to play as it. Neutral Moresnet. And the way you do it, you have to go to the playable countries list. It's the only way. And then you scroll down to N. You sort by alphabet, scroll down to N, you get to neutral Moresnet. Where is it? Netherlands, India, Netherlands, Neuchâtel, neutral Moresnet. With a population of 375 people. Pops. With actually a decent, you know, understandable range of pops here. 87% labourers. And that's the country we're going to play as today. So, yeah, I took a break from streaming there for a couple of weeks. I mean, I apologise to the subs and stuff for not getting your content out of being a sub and all that, of course, but I do have to, everyone knows that I have an ad hoc streaming schedule, and I occasionally take breaks, and you know what you get. And now I'm fully back for regular streams, and I encourage you to subscribe more. We've got currently 76 sub count. Let's bump that up to 80, maybe even 100 if we're lucky and we have the big gifters. I hope this won't end like the Courland run. Well, it could. It genuinely could, and I'm okay with that. This is another playthrough that could fall apart. These are the only ways that I get enjoyment out of single player Victoria 2 now. I don't go in with massive expectations. I don't play serious countries seriously. I mean, we played Russia, but it's not the way I play single player. I get enjoyment out of very unique challenges like this, and we're going to go for it, and it could fail. It's going to be difficult, and we have to use unique strategies. We have to game the AI, and we're playing a microstate. We're launching the game as neutral Moresnet, and by the way, I've put on the Hoi 3 map mode, okay? Watch this. Hearts of Iron 3. Right, so I like this. It's different. Hello Queen Mother Knows. Welcome to your first streams. I see you a lot on the Discord. Good to see you here. This is it. This is neutral Moresnet. Well, this is neutral Moresnet. 1 pixel of a country. We actually have a good RGO, and our population is actually higher than what it stated in the lobby. It said 375. We actually got 400. So that is something huge. That is like 15% higher, or 10% higher or something than what it stated, which is massive. Sorry, I don't have a link to the mod. Just Google the Grand Combination and you'll find it. It's a very searchable mod. Apologies for no link. Yeah. Not only do we have neutral Moresnet, we also have, of course, the Grand Combination rejigging provinces everywhere. Just micro bits of province here. Just ridiculous. They've gone for complete and total accuracy as much as they can with, demarcations and borders. Sorry, I need a Discord, not a Discord mod, a Twitch mod to post the link. I don't allow people to post links. Maybe subscribers can? I don't know. Sorry. Okay, so now I'm going to outline my approach. Well, let's look at the country. When you're playing a microstate, you need a benefactor great power, obviously, and that is going to be Prussia, as you can see. It's they're at 75% and friendly, so up the relations a bit, and hopefully they'll sphere me. Okay, so that's going to be our benefactor. We're going to throw our weight behind Prussia. Okay, very simple. Next thing to look at are accepted pops. Lower German, or North German, and it's what they call them in this mod. Lower German and Upper German. So we've got North German accepted. We've got Dutch and French. In this mod, Walloon and Flemish don't exist. It's completely Dutch and French. So basically, and we border, well, we don't border France, we border Belgium and Prussia, but we border all 3 cultures almost that we want to take. And we actually start with all 3 of the people we accept in our country. The potential for this country is massive. North German, French and Dutch. If we can actually do this, then we can start manually coring land as well. There's no formable, unless it can form Germany. It probably actually can form Germany, given that it is Lower German. So we could form Germany, actually. I mean, I don't see a decision here, but maybe we could. No, I'm not going to remain as a microstate. We're going to play it. We're going to expand. The challenge is starting as a microstate and expanding. So, I mean, one benefit of the low population count is 80% literacy. So we can get research just massively here. Won't you be annexed by Prussia when they form their map? I don't know. But we do need to end neutrality. So would that be under utilities and stuff? What are we under options? Is it? I think we need to let the game unpause and play for a day before everything kicks in, right? So let's... Oh wow, what do we set our national focus on? I mean, what could we possibly do? Let's get a couple more bureaucrats. National focus not really that important in this situation. Our budget, again, what are we going to be making? Like £1? Just spend everything, I guess. That's fine. Oh, is it abandon Swiss neutrality? We need 40 prestige. Yeah, we have political neutrality, which means we can't declare wars. We need to do this. We need 40 prestige. So, do I get the prestige tax? I actually think we get the prestige tax so we can get rid of neutrality. That's might have to be how we do this. Let me move my face calm down here. I mean, otherwise I would have thought of just going for, well, education, I guess, but we don't really need it. I think medicine, we don't have any pops to grow. I mean, genuinely, the culture tax, prestige tax might actually be the way to go. Like, get a prestige tech, and then some other tech, and then idealism. What do you think of that, chat? What do you think? And we're working on this together. Some economy tech inventions also give prestige. Aye. There you go. There's some there. That's not much. It's not much. Could you cause a crisis? No, that's only for cores. Crises only work on places that are your core as well, Lawrence. Playing tall, yeah. We will destroy France, Zenmos, yes. Yes, don't worry. We get the architecture thing? So, we need 40 prestige. I'm going to go for it. These ones, the economic ones, don't give enough prestige for it. But if we can get all of these inventions, then we get enough prestige. More or less. We're almost there. And if we ever want to become a great power, yeah, Lawrence, yeah. So basically, we launch that, we try and get sphered by Prussia, and we just let the game on pause for like, put it on speed 5. Speed 4. We're chilling here, by the way, we're not seriously playing. I'm not going to like bump it up to speed 5, you know, we're relaxing. It's the way I play single player with you. And also there's performance issues with this mod, no offense. So it's hard to even put it on speed 5 anyway. Sorry. Ah, yes, this was something else that someone told me about this country. You actually get immigration. There's pop growth. Why does the pop growth seem to actually be that high? Wait, our population has just doubled. Our population has just doubled. This is huge. Yeah, people join us from the neighbouring provinces, right? That's something that happens. Someone told me about that. So, playing tall off the bat here could work. When we get admin efficiency 100, I'll put my focus on something else. We could try building a factory as well at some point. Wait, what kind of government even do I have here? What is this? It's a republic? Oh. Right. Yeah, the pops are growing rapidly. We might... Yeah, we can encourage soldiers. Okay, it's at 100. I don't want really... Well, I guess... Since we only have the one place, we can steer everyone to becoming reactionary, but does that really work? Does that, you know, really work? Nah, I'm not gonna... That shit does not work. It's not gonna get me a reactionary party winning an election. Even the voters. They're just going to elect the Conservative Party again. If I do election spam. I mean, we can do it. We can try and sway people in the election events towards reactionary or whatever. But it's not really even a big deal. All I'm getting out of that is building a factory. Like, you know, if I encourage capitalists for a second, I'll get capitalists 2 in my country right now. And then they'll start, yeah, well, they're making a wine industry, but that's all you need to get going. 2 capitalists is fine. The population is still rapidly growing. Follow the election. Let's try it. There's not much else to put the national focus on. So, how's Prussia faring? Getting along? Let's see. 75. They're just sitting there. Pay respects to a great power. If we have 25,000, 50 prestige, we can try and make them sphere me, essentially. And it actually uses up that prestige. So that's difficult. We need the prestige for that somehow. But we also want to get rid of neutrality. But if I get rid of neutrality and I don't have Prussia as my sphere, I can't deck the wars that I need to deck. So, okay. Right. Moralism. We want moralism. Moralism. Yeah, I know I'll get inherited Black Star, but it's my only hope. Using early game Prussia is my only hope. The AI isn't that good at forming Germany. I mean, in my couple of last playthroughs, my Russia playthrough, it kind of failed. Prussia really died to rebels all the time, could barely even beat Austria. There's no guarantee that the AI will form Germany at all. You know? Maybe I could keep getting the good old capitalists up so they can invest and make the factory. What about that? 109 craftsmen. Ah, we lost all our capitalists. The 2 capitalists we used to have fled the country, so let's try and get more. What are we looking at here? State capitalists, please. Yeah. Diplo points also very hard to come by for this country. 0.1 each month because we're a microstate. Literal microstate debuff. Does being a microstate debuff anything else? Can being declared on break the neutrality? No. Being neutral, I think, prevents other countries from declaring on me unless they take a massive decision to violate my neutrality. At least that's how it works in other mods I've played. Maybe they've done something different for this. Don't know. Got 5 capitalists now and they're investing. Here we go. Pro-military. Everyone's pro-military here in this country. Oh. Three capitalists have left. We've only got 2 now. Oh, we're up to 4. 2 people come back. And the Conservatives won. But that's actually the reactionaries. Okay, it worked. Wow. Are they reactionary? That's dark blue. State capitalism. Yeah. We got the reactionaries in. That doesn't really do anything for me though. I'm not wasting money on a factory. I need to use that money. So, good job, I guess. Unfortunately, this is like a free trade fucking party. So our tariff doesn't go up on that. What jobs are my pops taking up here? Labourers is fine. We could maybe try and get soldiers. That's a decent first minister. It gives us bonus to our iron that we're producing. That's nice. How much are we producing? So we're producing 0.6 iron, and we can see what our artisans go to. Oh, our artisans made a little bit of textiles. Where are the artisans going? Oh, where are the artisans? Oh, the artisans produced a little bit of fertilizer. In other words, he just took a shit. How many artisans do we actually have physically in the country? 3. But yeah, this is really a way of playing Victoria 2 that I've never played it before. We're at the point where we're almost like individually managing pops. This is insane. This is something different. It's really interesting. I mean, we're not doing anything great here. We can't do much with these pops, but I like how we're monitoring our individual pops and managing them and trying to maintain a capitalist because they keep demoting from capitalist. Maybe I'll actually lower taxes on the upper class, which is the stereotypical thing to do. Because they're not getting their life needs, and that's probably because...
Look at these pops, Spudgoo 4 pops.
Thank you so much, Quattro Savisky, for the 10 months. Look at these minimal number of pops I have. Someone in the chat should be able to know the reason. Do you know your Vic 2 economy? What's the reason that my pops don't get their needs? Someone tell me. I know, but I wanted to, test the chat here. Go on, tell me about it. And we got our Diplo point. And we need an alliance with Prussia. Because all the great powers are eating it up. Yeah, Nikitan is right. Nikitan is right. Deriak is right. Does the RGO size get affected by microstate effect? No. We've got a lot of room for people working on that. It's fine. Yeah, we're not in a sphere of influence, which means we have to rely on the world market. And due to being a pathetic little country, rank 92, we've got almost the lowest world rank priority, so we get nothing. We can barely import anything, So the capitalists, if we have any, don't get any needs because they need. Let's see, we've only got one. If we were to go to a capitalist pop, if we can find any, because we've got one, he's Dutch. You can find their needs. They're not getting any of this. They're not getting wool. They're not getting jack shit. Luckily, my lower pops, lower class people get something. Luckily for them. They're just scraping by. But yeah, they're lucky to even be getting that. Probably because there's like an overabundance of grain out there in the world. If you look at the supply and demand for stuff, right? Yeah, grain's not in high demand, so we get that. We get anything that's not in high demand. But if you take a look at luxury goods that capitalists might need, like wine, again, it's not. So, I mean, I don't know, we've even got soap in this mod. But maybe soap was in high demand, so they're not getting it. Are we the lowest ranked civilized state? No, I don't think so. I wouldn't say we are, actually. No. Yeah, there's like Argentinian places, Peru, we're even higher than Peru, and Andorra. We have a bit of prestige. And we're going to actually climb up the leaderboard when we get the prestige tech, quite heavily. Which is really good for our economy to get more goods coming in, while Prussia doesn't sphere us. Come on, Prussia, please! How do I make them do it? I'm going to use the Diplo points. I'm going to get up to 200 relations, get the maximum. Yeah, what's the percentage growth from 300 to 500 or 5k? It's huge. Right, do we go for the next one? Do we just go all out on prestige? Because we really need prestige for both of the things we need to do. Like, for both the decisions we need to take here. What do I get those override decision things here? I don't know. About 1,500%. Maybe we could go for that economic tech that gives us a bit of prestige. We can get that one. Precious goods though, we don't have any precious goods. That doesn't benefit us. Oh my god! This one here, associationism, has more prestige in it anyway. I'm taking that. And we've got massive boost to industrial tech. Maybe we'll get medicine next. Come on, emigrate. Actually, we're getting a lot of pops from emigration. Having unemployed pops is really bad for immigration. We really need to build this factory. It's actually quite important. How much of a loan can I take? I can take a 5k loan out. Just to try and build a factory. And I mean, my RGO is iron, so I can make a steel factory or something, but then that would have to take in coal. It's difficult, eh? I mean, well, if you're asking me to build a liquor factory, why don't I just invest in the wine project? Anyway, Am I going to get goods to build the factory? Good question. I just need the Prussian sphere. That's what I need. Artisans, yeah. But the artisans don't stay around as artisans because they don't get their good needs and then they demote or promote away from artisan. This is also affecting our intellectuals. I've paused it for the reform. We've got 6 artisans, mate. It's not good. Buy the goods from manual trade. No, that doesn't work. If they're not available, you can't manually buy them anyway. So, immigrant attraction plus 15% on that. Immigrant attraction, a massive immigrant attraction boost on the voting. Literacy, ruling party support. Immigrant attraction is what we're really after here. This would lower the assimilation rate, but we don't need to assimilate Prussians and Dutch and French that are coming in anyway. Militancy goes down. Yes, Deriak, nice jokes, nice jokes, nice jokes. The upper house being based on population doesn't do anything for me that I want. Increasing the immigrant attraction through voting is really big. Get more immigrants. Maybe this will go up. Oh, it's going up. It's people moving from Prussia to our country. But then other people are leaving to America. Cut taxes? I mean, yeah. I do need money. But... no, wait. Do I have tribesmen in my country? Wait, hold on a minute. I've got 6... wait, whoa. I've got 6 tribesmen in my country. Where the fuck are they? Lower German. 6 Lower German tribesmen. What? The Germanic tribes? That's a bug. We've just exposed a TGC bug. This is insane. Good to see you, Ann Koyen. Glad to hear it, that you can join us. When you see all the problems GFM have, when you see the Victoria 2 Reddit, like the average GFM issue is, oh my god, why does my game crash? Why does this game-breaking bug happen? The average TGC bug is having 6 Lower German tribesmen in your country. That's the average bug on TGC. You know, GFM fucking crashing all the time. But TGC, this is their bug. We get our first general. 1 defense. We also could build a university, something that would really help, but nah. Our literacy has gone down, by the way, from this mass immigration from Prussia. These grognard Prussians, these Prussian tribesmen, the Germanic barbarians, the barbarians are crossing my border. What's this? Oh, damn! 7 prestige, let's go. Let's see how much this climbs me on the rankings, by the way. 50? Boom, 31. Yeah, we're getting goods. We're getting goods into the country, surely. Yeah. 100% of my middle and upper classes are starving. Yikes. Oh, there's the prestige, 10. Let's go, let's go. Get that prestige up, boys. Problem with abandoning neutrality is that I might get decked on. So I want to pay respects to Prussia before I do that, but I need 25 fucking K. Where do you get 25k from? I need to request a grant. How do you get it? What do you do? Well, first of all, put the taxes up. I don't care. No, not on lower and upper, but on... No, not on... You know what I mean. This is the tax array I want. And, Hello there, Hawaii. TGC mod. Paying respects is a terrible decision, but it would put Prussia up to 100 relation with me. And then they would sphere me. I mean, I could save scum it, to be fair, and try it. Belgium is actively sphering me. Look, I don't care. If anyone spheres me, that's nice. Russia's not doing it. They're on 75 friendly, but they're not doing it. I've been trying to form an alliance, maybe. I mean, they'll accept giving me mill access or me giving them mill access. That doesn't really do anything though. Maybe it'll make them notice me. 75. Okay, maybe Belgium would be our benefactor. Oh, prestige! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Get the whole shit. We can abandon neutrality. Okay, well, this is controversial, right? Here's the thing. No, well, this is complicated. If I abandon neutrality, I don't think... I'm gonna just... I'll take a save here, okay? This save is the moment at which I could do neutrality.
Spudgoo 4 diagnosis skill issue.
Thank you, Woven, so much for the 6-month streak. You've won tier 1 sewing. Appreciate it. Our people won't be able to eat. Neutrality protects you from being eaten. But the only two countries that border me are Belgium and Prussia. Would either of them actually eat me? I don't think so. Prussia's at friendly 75, Belgium's trying to sphere me. If Belgium attacked me, Prussia could intervene based on being at 100. However, I don't think they actually could. Because in order to intervene in the country, there has to be war score on the side. You know, Belgium would have to get war score on me. And the only thing that can give them war score is occupying me, at which point they could instantly annex me anyway, annexing me. But they will not do it. I don't believe they'll annex me. I'm going for it. Remove the neutrality. Remove it. 40 prestige gone. I have to take that though. Yeah, Prussia could intervene if Belgium decks me, but in order to, like I said, in order to intervene, in order to hit this button, in order to hit this plus button, you need to have, the enemy needs to have war score against the victim. Belgium will go from 0 war score to 100 just by occupying me. Unless I have an army that they kill and get war score. And so for that reason, oh, my admin efficiency's down, by the way. Because bureaucrats don't stay bureaucrats. Well, let's get some soldiers anyway. I think we have more than enough pops to build a brigade out of soldiers. If we get to 5%. Let's do it. So now that we're not neutral, what's happening? Are the spheres coming in? Are the justifications popping off against me? Also, a country won't justify on you if you have 100 relations. I mean, I don't have that with Belgium, and I don't have Diplo points to get it. So, oh, this is interesting game, isn't it? Interesting playthrough. You know, you might think it's a meme playing as this, but it's interesting. It's a unique style of game that you never get. And you only get it right here on Spudgun Official. I'm the best single-player content creator for Victoria 2 now. I've moved into the single-player market and I'm occupying it. No one makes as good single-player content as me. That's why Greenforce was here on the stream earlier. He was like, fuck, Spudgun, get out of my territory. I'm the single-player guy. Get out. You're the only single-player? No, there's actually loads of other people who do play single-player Vic 2. There are, I swear. If you just search for them, search for like Vic 2, you will find something, I swear there are. Name one? No, I'm being serious. I can't name them off the top of my head, but there are. Search Victoria 2 on YouTube, like within last week or something. You know, there are people. Gideon, there you go, yeah. Gideon actually is one. I think I've seen that. He's played DoD. He's played a DoD single player. And then there's green force. I don't know if he does Vic 2 or just does EU4. No. So we're making money, but not much. We need that. I don't know. We need relations with Belgium so they don't deck on me. But Belgium is trying to sphere me. Prussia went up by 0.1. Complicated. There's that guy who plays every nation in GFM. You border Flanders, that's the first state you want to take. There's no sea access states that border me here, mate. Okay, well, I mean, you might be thinking of vanilla, but in this mod, the state's drastically changed. Hey, wait, what's this? The Duchy of Limburg. Is this something I can take? No, it's a puppet of the Netherlands feared by Prussia. Belgium would actually be my first target for expansion, if I possibly could, but... If Prussia spheres me, I attack Belgium, call Prussia in. That's it. That's a simple way. That's the actual plan for how to do this. But Prussia won't sphere me, and ironically Belgium will sphere me. You know? I need more prestige. We need to get that back up. Come on, why don't I have a 0% chance for this? I need consciousness is at least 3, or prestige is at least 30 in order to get romanticist art. Switch to Belgium then. What are you talking about, mate? I'm trying to make this a clean playthrough. Let Belgium see and deck Prussia. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. Everything would go wrong. Absolutely everything. Insufficient consciousness. I'm unconscious. Damn, if only we could have this factory, but it's just a waste of money. I recently rewatched the Venice series. When Zombie stepped in as DM, he did insanely well. Does he usually play with you guys? Seems to... Yeah, we play with Zombie. Zombie is very actively hosting. He's got an upcoming campaign he's going to host in the Vic Union server. He does modding. Yeah. We all love Zombie. Time to get another general. Ooh, 1 attack. Nice. My population is now 13.4k. All of them. Lower German. The Dutch and the French that I used to have just been completely overshadowed. They're just gone. Bureaucratic efficiency is down because... How noob friendly is the Vic2 MP scene? It's a complicated question. It actually really depends on where you are, which Discord you're in. Generally, it has become way more noob friendly over the past couple of years than it was before. But that doesn't necessarily mean that every individual Vic2 community is. You just have to ask around and find. We host Spud Gunner, so-called Spud Gunner games on my Discord, which is something I allow people to host campaigns on my Discord. They organise it. I don't really take part. But my one main overarching request for those games that happen on my Discord that other people host is that they are noob friendly. I want that to be a principle of it, at least. Time for the gripe about Vic 3. Well, we could complain about Vic 3 if you want. I did that enough in that video though. Oh, the middle class! The middle class is up. The middle class can exist now. Let's get a couple of bureaucrats in. The middle class is thriving. Look at that, they're getting needs. We can have a middle class. We can actually have a middle class. Let's get some bureaucrats. 4, we went from 0 to 4. Nice. Oh, Duchy of Limburg has an army before me. They're threatening me. I need to build a brigade. Have you become ethnically homogenous yet? Good question. Yes. Depends if you consider like a 0.4% margin of error. Should I use my money to build that factory? Ooh. I can up my military spending a bit, I guess. Right. Oh, okay. Idealism just dropped. And that also happens to have loads of prestige in it anyway, so that's just an absolute no-brainer to get that one. I think Vic 3 failed as a sequel. Well, you're not going to get much disagreement out of me or anyone else here. So, I agree with you. Yeah, we've gone from like diverse to like 100% German, but we've also gone from 300 pops to nearly 20,000 at this point. We used to be a calm, you know, non-densely populated, comfy little place. And now we've got a thriving nightlife in the city, or something like that. I don't know. The reason for this was mass immigration from Prussia. Oh, fuck! All those immigrants are going to Duchy of Limburg now. Mate, I want them. I'm still getting some. I'm still getting a lot. Yeah, we're still getting them. Yeah, we're still getting some. I don't know, maybe the Prussians like to emigrate somewhere in their own sphere. So, sphere update. Belgium is rapidly coming forward. Russia hasn't moved an inch. Damn. Shite General. One thing that could have worked for a Victoria 3 be playing as a company trying to... Yeah, maybe. Village to Metropolis speedrun. That's what we've done here. So yeah, this is a random impromptu stream at an awkward time zone for many of my viewers, but I did it anyway. We get who we get, and I'm glad we have... Glad to actually have a very nice turnout here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Did you know that they're apparently adding what appears to be essentially just super chats to Twitch? They're coming. But you can still, however, ! Donate or subscribe, give bits, all the usual, which is, you know, great way to support Spudgun Official. This Microstate playthrough is still more interesting than the Victoria 3 playthrough, I would say, right? You'd all agree with me, I know that. Hello Clyde, welcome. Switch to kick. Hey, maybe I'll get a kick deal. Maybe I'll get a 100k. Prussia has increased by 0.1%. The Belgians have gotten to cordial. There is something I could... no, I mean... I could use the Belgians if they sphere me. I can get something with them. I was thinking the Netherlands, but they're in the British sphere. It's difficult, eh? Maybe the Belgians would take a colony for me, but I can't guarantee they would do that. Do they have the ships to do it? We're about to hit the 20k milestone. Here's the culture map mode, if you're really interested. It's vanilla, but with... It's actually different from vanilla a lot in this mod. Do we have bureaucratic efficiency up? It's still not 100. How's our thriving middle class? They're thriving. They're fine. Let's get the reactionaries in again. Let's do it. If I pay respects to Prussia, like I said, that would put me up to 100 relation or 100 influence of them over me. Then surely they would hit the sphere button. Oh, Rock Guy. Okay, hello Rock Guy. Good question. When's the next Bavaria episode? Okay, I just returned from a wee break. I haven't been making it for the past week or so. After the two videos I released. What we do need here? Residency. But I'm back to working on the Bavaria series now. I'm back, so expect it within 2 weeks. I'm not saying it will be 2 weeks from now, but within that. At some point. I don't know if it will be 1 week within I can't tell you. These things vary. They do vary based on how it's going, but I'm working on it. It's going to be the next video, so you know. We'll get it done. So how's the factory? We can try and get some capitalists back in our country now. Let's get the capitalists for a bit. 0. They will get their needs now, I think. So they will remain capitalists. Come on. Come on, let's get our first capitalist. How do the sessions play out, Spud? As in, does everyone jump on for a few hours once a week or something? Yeah. They're a weekly schedule, 4 hours every week at the same time. For your Vic 2 multiplayer. So, moralism. Hey, that's a good general. 3-2. Good general. There you go. Hermann Gröner. The TGC people have kindly advertised my stream on their Discord. Thanks, guys. And welcome if you're tuning in to see the TGC mod being played. I'm obviously doing the TGC mod great justice by playing as neutral Moresnet. I'm showing the mod in the best of its aspects here. In every way. So, yeah. Come on. Let's get a capitalist. One single capitalist. Come on. Speaking of asking about videos, how's the old OpenVic? Any update videos planned in the near future? I don't have any update videos planned. The team is working along. They're doing their thing. They're planning stuff. There's just no active big updates to talk about at this moment in time. So, as I said, if there's no big update to show people, then there's no update. We're not going to force a video just to talk about nothing. They're getting on with it. They're doing a fantastic job as always. Because it's a volunteer project, people come in and out of activity based on when they have the time or want to, and that's completely fine. Sometimes people become more active, sometimes people drop off a bit, sometimes people need to take a couple of weeks out, and yeah, people come and go, and it's all just plodding along nicely. I mean, people will come and go and people can take their time off and stuff, but the core OpenVic will always be there. And something will always be happening, you know. We're losing pops now. The pop growth has halted. It's a bit worrying. We're not getting immigration, and we're losing immigration. No one's leaving Prussia anymore. Pause the stream and console baby boom event. I won't get many pops from a baby boom, you know, because I put taxes up. Are you sure? I'm actually getting some money from these taxes and I need the money, so... Wait, did my admin efficiency just plummet? No, it's fine. It's going up a bit. No capitalists, damn. Let's get back to bureaucrats and get that up to 100 first. Sphere update. Oh my god, no, why Prussia? The Prussians banned the embassy of Belgium, but they're not subsequently increasing that. Oh, they wasted all their influence on that shit. And then they're not increasing it afterwards. That's that's a bit annoying, eh? So, tax. I think we need money. Do we? Yeah, we need money. Tax is our only real source of money. Just go for stock exchange. We've got plus 10 commerce tech research. I'm not neutral anymore. I can justify. Oh, I can't justify. What? Does anyone know why this happens? By the way, why would nothing come up on the justification screen? Damn. We're not going to get an alliance with Prussia. Not enough soldiers. Maybe you need to have an army. Belgium is neutral. Oh. Oh god. They're neutral. I can take capital in the Netherlands, but nothing else. Oh, why have I only got take capital? Maybe I could go after Luxembourg, eh? Nah, can't. Netherlands is in the British sphere. 3.3 prestige, nice. I'll go back to encouraging soldiers soon. Take something, anything. There's nothing I can attack. I don't have an army, and I don't have a spherelord benefactor. Come on, Prussia. Prussia's just banning the only person who had any hope of sphering me. Do I still have the tribesmen? Let's check them out. Nah. The tribesmen are gone. Can I get an F in the chat for the tribesmen? They got assimilated into Western culture or something. From their Germanic barbarian status. Can I get a spud gun salute in the chat? For the subscribers out there who have these emotes. Which you should become one. No worries, Worm. Just keep working on the neutral Moresnet major rework update, mate, and we're good. Am I right? Or is someone else working on that? Is that someone else's pet project? So, very interesting. Our pop growth has halted because we stopped getting immigration. Russia's not losing any people now, really. Very interesting times we live in. Belgium is fucking neutral. Can we can violate Belgian neutrality if we have a jingoist party. We get 10 infamy. Remove neutrality from Belgium. Release conquest casus belli on Belgium. Could I conquer them with this shit? Wow. I just need Prussia to sphere me. Come on. They got 0.1 points up there. Come on. .8 prestige. Let's go. Let's go. There. Take the mill access. Just anything. This doesn't really do anything. But just... Come on. Anything, Prussia. Just notice me. What map is this? This is the Hearts of Iron 3 map mode, or map mod submod for TGC. The pay respects to a great power thing. It's selected Belgium as my pay respects now. Why? Is this because it selects the country with the highest current something in me? I don't know. Hopefully Belgium going up will encourage Prussia to get back up again. And you can't form an alliance with Belgium, right? I don't know. Hello, Arbiter Soul. Good to see you back. Welcome. Did you get an answer on why we have no proper CBs or anyone? Well, first of all, it probably could be because I don't have a C tile. All I get is take capital. I don't have any connection to the sea. Belgium's neutral. That explains them. Hypothetically, well, I cannot see what casus bellis I would have on Prussia. I border them because I have 200 relations. If I had a jingoist party, I could break Belgian neutrality, but I need someone to help me in that war. I renounced neutrality. I'm just Moresnet now. Forget the neutral. I'm Moresnet. Okay, now what? Medicine. Medicine, medicine, medicine. We've got a 15% boost to that. Let's watch the tax efficiency things come flying in to get more money. Oh, a development bank's really cheap. And that would... What would that even do? Development bank, supply limit, factory throughput, RGO output back an entire quarter. That'd be really good. Let's get it. We have some middle class people now. It's about time they started paying their fair share. Plop down a factory. I don't want to waste the money on that. I want capitalists to build it. Let's try and get more capitalists in the country. 0. You have the GDP of my local kebab shop. Well, it's not just the money that counts. We are very happy people. Shiny, happy people. Very difficult game here. Very interesting though. Very unique. Would we get the machine parts to build this if I started investing in it? I don't know. Hello, Big Dickens. Situation of the Netherlands is they're sphered and allied to the UK, so they are untouchable. Belgium's a great power, so they don't have to. We don't have to worry about Belgium being sphered right now, due to them being a great power. Sphering wise, they're still getting points up. If we can just get this alliance with Prussia, government type is what is in the way. If we change to an absolute monarchy ourselves, maybe we could have the same government type and we could do it, but we just can't do that. Very difficult. Flip via repeated rebellions. I don't have any rebels. I've got no possible rebels. Nothing. Oh, capitalists are upper class, of course, that's why we're not getting any. Let's go back to soldiers. We got one capitalist, but he's gone. He'll disappear. Look. Where is he? He's already gone. Let's focus on getting more soldiers. Let's get 1,000. We'll get a brigade. France won't ally me. Nah, of course not, mate. Nah, no way. They're still a parliamentary monarchy anyway. They're a different government type. Artisans. I could encourage artisans, but let's get a soldier. Maybe Prussia will change its government type to constitutional, and France will get its LARP events for becoming a republic again. I am a republic. Are there any republics out there who would ally me? There's just no republics in Europe at this time of year. How 4 occupations are happening? USA is at war with Britain. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to give a quick rundown on the extra features of the mod. I've done it before. Sorry. Someone in the chat can fill you in. San Marino. It's a republic. Yes. Where else could I go to get other allies than fellow microstates? We can form a microstate coalition. Maybe we could take down a great power. The Louisiana Purchase, a weird shade of blue. This, well, it's unorganized US territory. They haven't formed states out of it yet. It's a separate, independent puppet. Spear update. Belgium is still trying to increase and nothing else is happening. How's the Glasgow province doing? Why do you ask about them specifically? If we get a factory and we have 0 unemployment, this will increase immigration to me. So how about we do get that factory then? Let's make the investment. It's the cheapest way we have right now to make a factory. Okay. We have a wine factory coming up. Let's just go for it. Screw it. Zero unemployment should get some immigration back on the go, if it's at all possible. Unemployment's just bad to have, generally, you know. Okay, tax. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? How about we upgrade? Well, we don't need education. We have plenty of that. Could the Swiss form an alliance? They're neutral. More money. I don't know. Military tech? I don't feel like we're going to be the bulk of any military we use anytime soon. I think maximum prestige. Maximum plurality. Yeah. More prestige. Let's get the prestige tax. Let's go. Fuck it. Prestige maxing. We could become a secondary power. Then maybe Prussia will take me seriously. And they'll ally me. Secondary power without an army? There's no one in Europe. There's no one in Europe who'd ally me. Netherlands. It's just not happening. Russia's the closest. Army strength -10, navy strength -10, distance -1. Nice one, Hawaii. Nice one. We're nearly at 1k soldiers, and then we can get our brigade. Let's go. Is Prussia going to war? No, just moving an army. Sphere check, sphere check, sphere check, sphere check. Nothing. Still, just the usual here. Let's watch this soldier pop number go up to 1,000. Oh. The factory's in. That's it. But it doesn't produce anything because we don't get glass. Well, we also got an industry point, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, that was predictable. We knew that would happen, essentially. Yeah, the artisans aren't producing the glass. Who will? No one. But almost at 1,000 here. If there's going to be immigration, we'll get more of it due to the fact that having any unemployment decreases immigration attraction by a lot. It's a hidden modifier, I think. Or it's visible somewhere. I don't know. I wouldn't know where it is. Once you get the brigade, you might get bumped up to secondary power. Yeah, but I'll definitely get it once I get this fucking prestige tech. Surely. Come on. 990? 990? Just a little bit more. Let's go. Pop growth, let's go. Pop growth's up. And there it is. Come on. Give me the brigade. That's it. That's it. What do we build? Infantry. Yes, what's going on? I do plan maybe some more different playthroughs. Let's leave it there. Can we possibly get capitalists? No. We don't have any artisans. Let's get artisans back in the country. Maybe they can produce the glass. Because this factory is not producing anything. Because, unlike Victoria 3, this is a direct example of what happens in Victoria 2 if you do not get access to one of the constituent goods to make something out of a factory. In Victoria 3, not having any glass would just give you a negative modifier against making wine. You would still be able to make it. And that is one of the fundamental flaws or simplifications of the economy in that game that I point to. Ah, now we don't get clothing to make the soldier. How do we overcome this one? Well, Get the artisans is all I can say. Just get some artisans. Make some clothing, boys. Will the national focus encourage those artisans to make clothing? National focuses affect artisans or something? I don't know. 4 attack general. 4 attack general. That could be helpful. Sphere update. Nothing's happening. Even if we don't achieve our ambitions of making a massive map or doing anything crazy like that, at least we're doing some fun nation building and having a fun time talking to chat. Right? It's not always about the map formation at the end, it's about the journey. It's about getting there. It's about having fun along the way, right? And it's about subscribing and donating to Spudgun Official with the exclamation mark donate. To support the channel. We've got big plans. Taxes up, let's go. Get that money. Not that it'll do anything, because Pay Respects to a Great Power has decided that Belgium should be the recipient of that money. What we need is to kill Belgium, actually. It's about the friends we make along the way. Yeah. Like our friends in the TGC community who made this mod. Ah, very relaxing. Hey, it produces a little bit sometimes, I think. Maybe it gets like a tiny bit of glass coming in from one artisan producing 1 glass for a day. And then it just disappears again. What's the plan to escape microstate status? Get sphered by Prussia and invade Belgium. But it's not happening. Prussia won't sphere me. They refuse. And they won't ally me. Do I have a jingoist party? Just for that. No, we don't have a jingoist party. I won't be able to violate Belgian neutrality anyway until I get a jingoist party. Damn. Is this mod good for MP or not? No, I wouldn't play multiplayer on this mod. It's not designed for it. It probably wouldn't work. Microing armies on these provinces would be a nightmare against players. I don't even know what party I care about going for here. None of them matter. They're all the same. They all got... There's no jingoism. If we could get our tariffs up. If we get a non-free trade party. But no, they all support free trade. We can get really political about this. There's just no difference between the major parties. Moralism again. Lots of it. We built our development bank, which is nice, but... maybe we can finally break it. We just broke 20k pops for the first time. We're doing it slowly now. We're not getting the immigration that we used to get. The Prussians have stopped leaving the country. Is it possible to colonize somewhere to escape your situation? Yes, but I need someone to take the land for me. Can I use the map mode to see if anyone's willing to ally me or some shit like that? Is there a relations map mode? There really isn't. Not in the same way that EU4 has. You just can't do it. There's no alliances on the table for me. Hello, Marsby. It's just, nah, don't see it happening. And with this prestige, maybe we could become a secondary power. Maybe. So, I don't know. Just get military tech. Maybe with mobilization size we could get a mobilized brigade prepared. We got 0.01 of the clothing required. We're nearly there. Become an infamy slave for Prussia. I would if I could. I honestly would. If the AI understood the concept. So Belgium just wasted their influence on fucking discrediting Russia. The AI. They just... If the AI did better things with sphering, wouldn't that just be a better way to make a sequel for the game instead of getting rid of the whole thing? Yeah, you know, I've said this enough. Maybe take Victoria 2, improve it, fix its problems, and make a good sequel, instead of just gutting the whole thing and making a crap bunch of fucking shite systems that don't make any sense, don't work, and are just the Hoi 4 build queue. That's the last I'll say on it. That's the last I'll say on it. Okay. We're done on that topic. I said enough about it in the video. Go and watch Victoria 3 Strongest Defender if you want to know more. Mr. Bones' wild microstate ride, yeah. My accepted pops, as I said before, are Lower German, aka North German, Dutch, and French. But, you know, I can't attack any of them without having at least one ally. Prussia is not sphering. Because they probably just... They perceive that there are other countries that are more important for them to sphere. Also, we went back down below 1,000 soldier pops. Do we have artisans now? We have a healthy amount of artisans in the country. We've encouraged that up. Let's try and just push it back over 1,000 soldiers for a second. Are you going anywhere? Oh, there's a massive war. There's a massive war. Hold on. There's a massive war. More prestige, nice. Massive war. 20. Nice 21. Austro-Prussian War of Honour. Oh my god. This could be devastating for Prussia. They're against Austria and France. What are the goals? Rhineland. Release Rhineland? That borders me. Could I then attack that? What? I can't join this war. Oh, this is some crazy stuff that could change everything. Is it really good? Rhineland would just be a feeling of whoever releases it. What does that really do for me? How does it benefit me? Just ask yourself that. Whenever you see something happening in the world, anywhere, in your community, in real life, just ask yourself, how does this benefit me? And then act accordingly. Objective, find clothes in closet. Yeah, well, it's building. Our infantry is building. The people have been rallied up because of this war that's going on our doorstep. You know, people are signing up for the army. We're scared of what's going on. Maybe I should make a glass factory. Are you winning, son? No, not yet. But it's fun. We're building up the country nicely. We found some pants for the troops. Do we get an alliance with anyone? Prussia. You're having a difficult time there, Prussia. They're getting destroyed. What does this mean for the world? It means a bunch of humiliations and reparations. Radicals seize power in Württemberg. Free state of Württemberg. Curious. The cultural demographics. It's all German. All North German right now. It's 100%. The Dutch and the French that I used to have either left or assimilated. 100% North German now. My country has really shown its true colours. Those Dutch and French never really were welcome all along. But we still want to take over the Dutch and French pops later anyway. Very interesting war. Russia's just getting destroyed. They have no chance. There's French troops even over here somehow. Can you form anything? I think I can technically form Germany. I actually think I can. I'm part of the cultural union. But hey, we got our brigade. This changes everything, and it's immediately below 4 soldier pops. Or 4. Let's get our 4 attack in this, if he's still alive. Yeah, there's our 4 attack. We're not going to get military goods. Say goodbye to that idea. So, we got our troop. Does this allow me to get alliances? Does this change that? Probably not. Sardinia. Ottomans. Is anyone fearing me now? Italy formed? No, that's the Sardinia flag. Even Belgium has stopped trying to sphere me. That's how bad it is. If you were only a South German city-state, you could have annexed Württemberg. Listen, it's not happening right now. That's the Bavaria series. Or something. Wait, Prussia? Prussia making a comeback? Is Prussia pulling this off? Are they going to do it? Come on. Come on, boys. Our pop growth has increased. The good news is, I think this war has caused Prussia to lose pops. I don't think I'll ever be able to see the immigration on the country. Is there anywhere I can see that? I can't click on the province anymore. Oh, there we go. No? Let's wait and see. We can hover over that and wait and see if there's any Prussians coming. Is Prussia making the military comeback though? I don't see it happening. Come on, immigration, please. Ah, there's loads of French people going to Belgium. Fuck. No. Damn. Moresnetian. That's what our adjective is. Prussia seems to be fighting back in the Rhineland, but they've lost the east. The east has fallen. How's their brigade count? Lowered a bit since the last time I looked. France 61, Austria 60. They've got no chance, surely. Surely they have no chance. Oh, a slightly better 4 attack? No, it's not better. It's pretty much the same. The other 4 attack has a minus morale penalty. Spud gun doesn't know. What don't I know? The war's over? What was the peace deal? Nothing happened? Is that it? Lombard nationalists down there? Well, the Rhineland did not get released actually. So can I ally Prussia now? Nope. It's still kind of, the status is still over. We're still just over. Lots of money reparations, no doubt. Yeah. No alliances, no spheres. Come on. Is that Belgium moving up again? No. Yeah, they are. Belgium's moving up. At least something's moving here. Well, let's bump it back up to speed 4 and just get this next tech and see what happens. There's no time frame here, by the way. We can be a late bloomer. We can come up in the late game if we need to. Can I explain why I'm not a fan of EU4? Yeah, I could maybe give you a brief overview. The game is very bloated with a bunch of mechanics that seem very loosely connected. They're not connected in a deep way, they're connected in a way where a certain modifier will give you +2 of this modifier and another mechanic, like an estate will give you some of this in exchange for these points. I don't like the way it works. Maybe it's because I've played Victoria 2 where everything's tied together beautifully by the pop system, and EU4 is just modifiers upon modifiers. I like many individual mechanics of EU4, definitely. But overall, don't like it. And I love the trade system of EU4, for example. I like some of the mechanics of the military, but holy shit, can I get rid of this guy? I like many individual parts of the military system, like some of the automation mechanics, which could have been used for Victoria 3 if they... Oh, we're a republic. Let's get this French alliance up. Oh, we can make a... No. We can't quite make the alliance with France yet. Mobilization size, do we have mobilized troop? No. Damn. Stage. Oh, the German shit's happening as well. Things are happening. It's 1848 almost. It's that time. Yeah, let's get militancy, might be fine. Get some of that. Why is it that France doesn't like me? Army strength, navy strength, base reluctance. I won't get the alliance of France either. Anyone is fearing me? Nah, all Belgium did. Belgium got their points up just to discredit Russia. That's all they did. I've lost my fucking soldier again. Yeah, fucking soldier pops up. Just build a navy. Just build a navy. Oh, but overall with the EU4 war system, though, I don't like the overall system. I don't like how much it's based on these modifiers. Discipline here, morale, it's crap, I don't like it. I don't like how every battle just becomes... It really does become down to just grinding down your manpower against the enemy. It just... When you lose a battle, you just multi-province retreat your army all the way and recover it, build it up with your manpower. Nah, this speck of green... Oh, wait, that... Wait, you're right. Fucking spooky boy, you're right. They did release Rhineland, but... It wasn't... Oh, okay, actually no, that was there. It's just that Austria has gotten all the Germans' feelings. Or many of them. Or something. Or just that one. I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. No, you're wrong. They didn't release that because Rhineland also has cores on many of the whole Rhineland. Look. Switzerland. Oh, Switzerland. Nice. Switzerland is neutral. They're just having a war with themselves. That doesn't count as breaking neutrality. Well, we're still building up money, and how's the factory doing? Still not getting glass. Rank 20 here. We have the potential for more of the prestige to come through. Yeah, we do. Waiting for that. The AI could have just released it in one state, right? No. They could have released it in one state, but not one province. Is that a different state? No, it's part of Rhineland. No. This is strange. So, we're kind of stuck. We're kind of blocked. I thought it would be possible to become a spherelord, but it didn't happen. But I'm willing to go all the way for this. I'm willing to take it to the late game. Just that it might take a while. And it might happen over multiple sessions of trying, multiple attempts. Or just multiple times playing it. Duchy of Limburg. I mean, yeah, I don't know what opportunities might arise. A French alliance, we're kind of close to it. It's just not quite there. And we can't do it with Prussia because of the government type. But we have the government type with France, but then we just have, I don't know. What are some of the positives I get with Prussia that I don't get with France here? Opinion. It's opinion. It's like, in other words, influence. Italian Wars of Independence. So I get a bonus. A boost? I tried to say bonus and boost at the same time. I get a bonus with Prussia because they're friendly with me. France has gone up a couple of points. They started lower than that. If France went up to friendly, maybe cordial, then I could get an alliance with them. But it's not happening. Russia's fucking going up. Yeah. What's some other 4X games you like? I don't know. I like the Civ seat. Does Civ count? I don't know what you mean 4X, but... Well, I don't know. Am I blue bordered, by the way? No. I can move my army around. We can go on an adventure. There's that. We can go on an adventure through Prussia. So, why not? I mean, let's just go for a walk. Tell you what, let's get them exiled. We can go anywhere. Go down to Prague. Let's go and watch the Italian Wars of Independence. Let's go and have a cheeky spectate on that. I won't take attrition while exiled. We're just exploiting, just, you know, ruthlessly exploiting the game. Fuck it. We're exploiting it to do something perfectly innocent. We're just going to go and spectate a war. Here's some Italians sieging down Austria. Let's see what's happening down in Venice. Front line would seem to be here. We can only spectate the province that we're actively on top of.
Come on, England. Score some fucking goals.
Howdy, see you were right, moving toy soldiers on the map is more fun.
Yeah, I'm moving my toy soldier on the map as we speak, just to go around spectating. Like, I'm not even going to joke about it, but the fact that you can just do this is an advantage Vic 2 has over Vic 3. This is just something silly and fun. I mean, being able to move a troop around the map is just a fundamental part of the game, and getting rid of it was absurd. No one asked for it, and then suddenly people came out as if they had wanted it the whole time when they didn't. But yeah, thanks Ghost. Let's not get into that topic too much. Thanks for the 23 months, mate. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Being a janky old game, Victoria 2 here, being able to exile my troops and do this, which is an outright exploit. But still, I enjoy this, and it's like it's a charming bug that allows me to do this. What's the country tag for Moresnet? I would have no idea. Don't ask me. We're moving around and hopefully we can catch a battle. It's hard to tell where exactly the front line is. I haven't seen any troops since we got to Austria. Oh! There's some troops there. You can only see the province that you're on when you're exiled. Oh, there's the Let's go look at Hungary. Let's go and have a quick glance. See what's happening over there. in Magyarország. This shit needs to be patched. This should be allowed in Open Vic. Check marks in Russia. RPA. No! We're staying away from toxic real life issues. Ghost. We're here to get away from that. Right, guys? Yeah? We want to get away from that? We want a place where we can just chill out without having the entire world falling apart, you know? Maybe get away from submarine related issues, you know? The Victoria 3 development team, they were real innovators and dreamers. They went against the rules and they innovated to create their game. And they rejected 50-year-old white guys on the Vic 3 team. And yeah. I'm sorry. These are jokes. These are just jokes. If you can't handle the jokes, it says more about you than it does me. Okay, we found an Austrian army sieging down Venice. Let's follow them. Follow them around, see what's happening. Big prestige boost. Almost a secondary power. Almost a secondary power. No alliances. Sphere check. Nothing happening. Nothing. Belgium's almost up enough to get another discredit on someone. But what shit's open hour? What if what I said there, what if that statement I said about not getting the joke was itself a joke as well? And if you don't like the joke, I actually do understand that. I've lost the Austrian army. Fucking can't find it. If you want cutting edge content regarding the recent submarine disaster, check out The Laughing Cavalier. He's going to do a deep dive on the subject himself on his channel, I heard. Yeah. I didn't actually mean that pun. I was actually going to say that, and then I realised halfway through. Anyway, army professionalism. Ideological thought seems like such a pointless tech. There's no chance of getting any more national foci. Anyone's fearing me? Anyone? Belgium has discredited Russia again. France is going up. Oh, here we go. This is it. France. France are the hopes and dreams. Let's give them military access. Just France is the hope here. This is good. Let's get France. France is good. France is stronger than Prussia anyway. We can take France and go to war against Prussia and win. They can take the fucking Rhineland, which is a massive region. And then that's it. We're set. Come on. France is sphering us. Let's go. Allons-y. Violek, thanks so much for the Prime. My sub alert is the same as the one I had for Football Hooligan Simulator, which is fun. I'm just going to leave it. Screw it, we'll just leave it as that. I don't care. I like it. So, France is our hope. They're sphering. Full sphere ahead. Let's go. And then we don't even have to go for Belgium first when we get France. Or we could. I don't know. Let's put my unit in Paris. This is my delegation. My diplomat. There we go. We set up an embassy. Actually, yeah, this is the Republic. it wouldn't be in Versailles. Holy shit. Gold? Damn. Take a trip to Ibiza? Isn't that on an island? I don't have a navy. Or an airline. Or fucking, you know, I don't have a navy and I don't have Ryanair either. Now we know who's in Paris. Yeah. I know who's in Paris. Nikolaus von Hindenburg is in Paris. Deal with it. I don't care about following the election anymore. Here we go. Finally, France is being the hero we needed.
Spudgoo 4 North FC.
Thank you, HyperKitty, for the 2 months of Prime. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. And let's get more subs. We've got a hype train. Very close. We almost got a hype train. Bits, subs, all of it. Oh! Oh! Justify on Spain. Pick up. Thank you, Probakis, so much for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Maybe doing the violate Belgian neutrality decision would be the best. But we can't, because we don't have such a thing as a jingoist party. The thing we might have to do... Jingoism yet? Pro-military? No. No. Let's start with decreasing relations with Prussia. Probakis, thank you for gifting a sub to Warlord
sub to D00ML0RD the 1.
and Doomlord. You've gifted 2 subs, thank you. And you can't cope, unfortunately, thanks for the new tier 1 sub. Appreciate that. Don't you just
tier 1 sub
love
to
it
war_lord_TWC.
when you see someone gifting a sub to someone I know can fully well afford to get a sub themselves, but they got gifted one. No, I'm joking. Thank you so much for gifting in the new subs there. The new tier 1 subs. Let's go. We've got a hype train. I don't even know what hype trains do, but there's something. And they happen. You get emotes or something. I don't know. Enjoy them. Enjoy those emotes. Make them last. The reason I'm decreasing relations with Prussia is so I can justify on them when the time comes. And hopefully, because I border them, I can take the Rhineland state, or maybe it has to be Eupen Malm. I don't know. I don't know how justifying works. It seems like I can only take capital in certain other countries. If I have to just take Berlin, if I have to take Brandenburg, I'll fucking take it. If that's what I have to do, I'll do it. I'll take Brandenburg. I don't care. No worries, Ghost. No worries, Ghost. Thank you, Probakis, for the kind words. I'm glad you enjoy the videos, and there'll be many more to come. Working on part 4 of the Bavaria series right now. The French army has linked up with my army here for a fucking parade in Paris. We're LARPing. We're doing a joint military parade in Paris. Who's in Paris? We are. That's a LARP. Double-edged sword. Decreasing my relations with Prussia might make them justify on me, but I think I'm too irrelevant. They wouldn't give a fuck. They wouldn't do it. Did Vic 2 see any increase in multiplayer after Vic 3's Titanic? No, it's hard to tell. The Vic 2 multiplayer community is generally doing really well in terms of numbers in the Discords that I've seen. Many good campaigns. It's just going along normally. I think it's fine. I didn't see any noticeable increase after Vic 3. It would make sense if there was, but you'd have to maybe ask for some anecdotal people to see if anyone has individually, if they've come along. to play Vic 2 multiplayer specifically because of Vic 3. Some people might have done it. Let's get more prestige. Oh, eugenics? No, no. Let's go all out prestige maxing. Clyde, the Turbo Snail, thank you so much for the, how many? 2 months. Thank you. Appreciate it. The hype train has gone up to level 3. That is just insane. You're just getting levels of hype you never see anywhere else here, right? You think Vic Union is doing poorly? Oh, I think it's doing fine. I don't know. I don't know what a good baseline of campaigns that they need going on at the same time is to be considered successful. If I see them having 2 campaigns going on at the same time, which I think they have now, then I think they're fine. There was a massive wave of interest in Zombie's upcoming campaign that he's hosting. Loads of people signing up for that. I would say a better indicator of the health or activity of a server is how many people sign up when there is a new campaign coming, rather than how many campaigns it has at any given time. It shows you how many players are interested, and there are a lot of potential players interested on there. And what's more, Nurse Reno on his Discord has 2 campaigns going on right now, which also had massive interest and are successful. You can see the Kuln province. If you can conquer state, you can conquer Rhineland. Huh? What do you mean? Oh yeah, that means I border Cologne, but there might be a blue border though. I don't think the blue border would affect that. Yeah. I still border it even if the border is blue. Or something like that. Still don't get glass, by the way. None of that. Yeah, you can cook, you're right. New players. It is very difficult for a new player to get into Victoria 2 multiplayer. And that is definitely true. And I think I did something to try and help that in my big Victoria 2 multiplayer technical guide, which included some tips about becoming involved as a new player. How long does editing an MP video take? Oh, a long time. At least a week of full-time work. At least at this level of the editing I do nowadays. I did a little note about this at the start of Bavaria Part 1, about how long it takes to edit a video nowadays. And I showed you, directly comparison thingy, on my Sony Vegas, the difference between Muscovy Part 2 and Venice Part 2, which shows my old editing style versus my current editing style, effectively. I think my Bavaria editing hasn't changed much from Venice editing, so... Basically, there's just a million more different bits of music, just more subtitles, more of everything. As I've said, whether the old videos or the new videos are better or worse than each other is something I'll leave up to you, the viewers. But I can show you objectively how it just takes longer to make the current videos, and that there are objectively just more things in them. Varying music, and the music actually changes volume appropriately instead of just being at one constant volume through voice scenes as well as pure gameplay scenes, which I used to do, which is really bad. How often do you have to deal with copyright stuff with the music? I do my best to handle the copyright before I upload a video by testing individual pieces of music that may have copyright first, and if they do get a copyright claim, I take them out, replace them and stuff. But now and again I still get a claim, I get rid of it. You know, migration boom. Oh! Oh! Whoa! 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 Damn! Our population is booming. We're getting mass immigration from Saxony. I think it's... No, that's Prussia. They're coming to me? Where... Hover over me. Come on. Where am I? I can't click on myself. It's impossible. We just had a little baby boom there. For like a week. They're coming from Prussia. And, no, just Prussia. Just Prussia. That was a nice boost. Oh, we're a secondary power. We are a fucking secondary power. Look at that. France is still going up. They're at cordial now. Thanks, Demon Aid. Don't spoil that. Maybe. 122 prestige. Yeah. We could become a great power at this rate. We're going for Impressionism. Damn, we could... I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if we want to lose the French sphere. Why did we leave 40... These aren't 45 of my soldiers. My 3k is exiled and I'm stationing them in Paris. They're probably safer here anyway, if I were to attack Prussia, you know? My 3k would just get wiped in my own country, but if I link up with the French army, we're good. Oh, there's a war. France just moved its army. There's a huge fucking war happening somewhere. The Rhine crisis. Britain joined against France. Secure the Rhine. Oh, Britain joined though. By the way, in this mod, there is no strait between Canterbury and the whatever this is, Calais. They can't walk across there. Also, oh my god, Irish nationalists are sieging down half of the United Kingdom. What is going on? What the fuck is going on? The famine is happening. Potato famine is going on as we speak. This game is insane. I don't like the fact that Prussia and France are at war. That means they'd have a truce. I can't fucking attack. Okay, I can do acquire state. I can do everything on Prussia. That's good. Just got to remember that if I were to declare war on Prussia with trying to get France in on my side as a sphere, I can't do it if they have a truce. I need to remember that. Is France still sphering me? Have they stopped? Okay, they've stopped. Never mind. It's actually over. The whole plan's ruined again. Sorry. We're back to doing nothing. They got off the cordial and then just gave up. Come on. Oh, wait, they became the French Empire. And our relations reverted to 0. What the fuck happened? That's a bit crazy. Fucking Napoleon III came in. It's accurate. And now they might lose a war to Prussia. I mean, if Prussia goes ahead and tries to sphere me again, then I'm happy with that. I'll go after Belgium, but I can't go after Belgium because I don't have a Jingoist party. Okay, I mean, we're getting to the point where there's just tiny annoying fucking things fucking us over. That will happen in every campaign. I don't know. Don't know what to do. Just wait. See what happens in this war. Come on, surely France won't lose. Come on, France. Ottomans as well. France doesn't have anyone on their side. Take the 7 brigades. Britain can't be doing that well though. Who's fucking occupying this? Saxony? Pay respects to a great power is back to being Prussia, but it only increases influence by 50. That would not be enough. That wouldn't be enough to go up to 100. Still with Prussia. Because they have not bothered sphering me at all since ever. Culture map mode? No, come on. You know what the cultures are. There's French people, there's Germans, there's fucking Dutch where you would expect them to be. Come on. Come on, France, you can do better than this. Where's the French army? Prussians are occupying Metz. The French are occupying Saarbrücken. Let's follow this. Moving. Thionville. Is this going to be a battle? No, unoccupying. This is going to be a lot of prestige we're about to get, by the way. A lot. A fucking lot of prestige. The British have beaten that rebellion they had. Unfortunately. Okay, battle. Battle. I can't quite see. 36k versus 20. The French are winning. Better roll. Let's go France. Is it even France that I want to win this? I don't know. France reverted their relations with me. And they stopped fearing me. Is that Russia fearing me? They've snuck up to 25, but I don't know. France won a battle here, which is encouraging. Several times when I've played TGC, the Irish Parliamentary Party, or whatever they're called, took over and ruled the UK for 10-20 years at a time. Nice one, TGC. What a mod. Oh. Alsatian nationalists. AI France always commits Sudoku by pressing that ring crisis button. They did it this time. They really fucked it up. Where did they go now? Where did they go? Where'd the French go? Who's in Paris? Nobody. What is Peak Vic 2? A really interesting multiplayer campaign where the Diplo is crazy and there's backstabbing and interesting things going on. And all the players are stably showing up every week. And everyone's getting on well and it's fun. Yeah. Multiplayer. In one word. Oh, battle! Battle! The French are losing. It's over. We just got a large amount of prestige. We're up to rank 12. Holy shit. Ah, France. France, France, France. The Treaty of Paris. They've renounced any claim. They lost Alsace-Lorraine. The absolute state. The only thing holding Prussia back is still Austria and having all those feelings. Austria needs to survive, or else fucked. Good job, France, you fucking bunch of useless idiots. They stopped fearing me as well. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Looks like Russia's my only hope of fearing me at this point. No one else is at it. Did I get capitalists? I don't know. We don't need them. It doesn't matter. And no, we don't, because they're the highest class, and the highest class don't get any of their luxury or any needs at all. But I mean, we've really climbed up the... Oh, they are actually. I mean, yeah, we climbed up the world rankings, so of course, now we do. We got high market priority up the world market at this point, because of all the prestige that I have farmed. So we can get a couple of capitalists. Let's get a couple more. Yeah, we can get some. And they will stay capitalists this time. Very, very challenging playthrough. I like it. It's interesting. It's annoying how I don't get sphered by anyone. Come on.
Come on, England. Score some fucking goals.
Hello.
Thank you, Judge Coban, very much for the 3 months. Good to see you. We're very puzzled here as to where to go next. We just wait, I suppose. We got up to 87 subscribers from like 74 or whatever we had going into this. Thanks, everyone. We're making this a great return to streaming after a couple of weeks off from it. I will be continuing to play this sort of thing. Some single player mod checking out action. Because it's a really easy thing to stream. I don't have to bother arranging a multiplayer campaign and doing all that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love doing a multiplayer campaign, but streaming it as well just gives it a lot of added stress, and that I really didn't like doing that for the past few times that I had done it. For the past few campaigns, really wasn't enjoying it. Getting too stressful with all the stuff I have to pay attention to. So I've just stopped doing that for a long time. But making up for that, we're having some very fun, interesting single player campaigns, and we've been checking out TGC, which is one of the two main single player mods these days, along with GFM. And I do intend to check out more mods. But, you know, I'll be careful which mods I choose, though. Only the best on this stream. Ghost, do you mean... Wait, are you referring to a stream platform or another mod that I just mentioned? Because the way I set up my streams now, gaming streams on Twitch, discussion streams on YouTube, is the way I like it. It's the best for me. I really love how that works. That's the way I intend to keep it going forward. I mean, there's always the big drama about the massive streamers, the gigantic 0.05% streamers who have all the say about everything. But I don't really care. I don't really care about the big stuff that goes on that affects them. For example, the big recent controversies about Twitch wouldn't have affected me at all, but it became big news. I didn't really care. There was this thing, what was it? They were gonna... See, I've already forgotten what it was. Shows how much I really know or care. What was it they were gonna do? What's going on? Raise that with the TGC devs who are here live in chat. Let them know the situation. Well,
Captain
thank you
Tutter's
very
gifted
much
a
for
tier
gifting a
1
sub,
sub to
Captain
Fair
Tucker. It's great to see
_wobble.
you. Thanks. Oh, you gifted two. You gifted two. Yeah, thanks
Captain
for both.
Tutter's gifted a tier 1 sub to Cochrane.
Anyone's fearing me. Come on, any takers? Any takers? France and Russia are just sitting stagnant. I'll tell you something else though, and I'll probably talk about this in our next discussion stream that I do on YouTube. City Skylines 2 is shaping up pretty well. I mean, I haven't had an in-depth look at what's going on with it, but from the things that I've heard, it's shaping up to be a good sequel. Maybe very demanding performance-wise, if that's the only problem, but looks good. Do you think that Victoria 2 is a bit 2D in the national economic politics aspect of the game? It seems more obscure countries are less fun to play because there has nothing to do with the economy. Well, it depends on the size of the country. There's less I can do to this country because it's small. And by the way, we're getting glass, so we're actually producing the wine now. Let's go. Making stuff. How do you make progress with this nation? Get sphered by a great power, ally them, attack another country, use that great power, and win, and gain land. That's how you do it. But no great power has, as of yet, obliged me in that. Allying, you know, the whole allying me thing. Maybe if I get relations up more, one of them will do it. I need a jingoist party to actually break Belgium's neutrality. This is TGC mod, the grand combination. Really good. This is actually the Hoi 3 map submod. So the map looks like Hoi 3, zoomed in on political view. Political view. I'm going to be wrapping up soon. I don't intend to stream a long time, maybe another half an hour. Maybe. Don't care. Don't care about the elections now until I get a jingoist party. France is a republic again. Is it? That's actually really good. I'm going to prioritise relations with them now. Like we get the government type boost to relations. France could be our hope again. But France is shit and they lost a war and they would not be able to beat Prussia. If I were to use France and deck on Prussia, I wouldn't win. So I guess what I would do is fucking take colonies. I don't know. I'd use France to attack Oyo or something. Or Benin. And then I'd get a free 300k pops. You know? That's all I can think of doing. Because Prussia's a no-go zone. They're too strong. Belgium, I can't break neutrality, and they're sphered by France now. So fuck that. Can't even do that. France decided to sphere Belgium, but not me. We got one capitalist, I guess. That's nice. Not that we need them to make anything. We're nearly at the 100 relations milestone with France. Yes, Nelio, yeah. This Rhine crisis shit was really weird. It seems to be something that happens commonly in TGC. France always goes in on that and they lose. When will neutral Moresnet march on Moscow? Trabith, we're getting away from these issues. We're getting away from the real life cancer. And we're trying to enjoy ourselves. Give me your prime right now, Trabith. Yeah. March your prime on me. Don't march on Moscow. We need to get away from these issues. If you want to talk about recent events or current events, go to the Spud Gun Official Discord Politics History chat. That's where my entire community, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, everywhere, that's the one place that I contain politics. That's where you go. Get over there. I'm not saying it's going to be a good place. It can get cancerous. But if I didn't contain the cancer there, then it would spread out everywhere. At least that's how I see it. You can feel free to disagree. Let's get a railroad. Fuck it. I don't know. I mean, it does also still try and spread everywhere, but we can shut it down, you know? If someone tries to bring politics to my general chat, then we clamp down on that and we don't allow it. But rather than saying, no politics in general, get the fuck out, we hate you, we say, go to the politics chat. We don't just clamp down and say, get out, we don't want you. We say, well, you can take your nonsense political takes, but you can put them in the politics chat, just contain them there. I think that's really fair, and it always has been the way we approach things. I think it's fair. Can't disagree with it. Even allowing politics at all on the server is generous. Lots of places, quite understandably, completely cut it out, including the OpenVic server, which I support them doing that, or us doing that. I do things differently on my server, and I enforce no politics at all on the OpenVic server. And we're happy to have different approaches for different communities, based on what's best for them. But that's how we do things. I'm not seeing any disagreement in the chat. I'm not seeing anyone going, you know what? I hate all this and I'm leaving the entire community. I don't see it. We're fine. 99% of neutral Moresnet players quit before... Yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to make that and use it to advertise my next stream of this in the community post. The absolute state of German miners bonus, yeah. Well, yeah. Shall I show them Japan, guys? Who knows the Japan borders in this mod? Should I show them Japan? Is everyone ready for that? Shall I? How can you ban politics in a politic game? Well, this isn't a politic game in the sense that you think it is. Okay, let's have a look. Here's Japan's borders in TGC. Yeah. That's a province. That's one province. Fukushima. That's a province. That's a province. That's a province. Osaka. That's a province. Yeah. You could be fighting wars in these provinces. Yeah, that's Japan in this mod. This is my favourite province in TGC, actually. I always come to this one to show off what it's like in this mod. Elksny in Kurland is one province of 4 different enclaves on the border between Lithuania and Latvia. It's my personal favourite. I love it. Latvians mainly. And then there's one over here. Shetelmutse. Lithuanians and Latvians. I'm personally in favour of merging it with this province. I think it should be merged. So we can build a railroad. Is my capitalist building the railroad? Do I have one? I have 3. Get on it, get on it, boys. Make the railroad. Come on. Is it the terrain? Can I make it? No, I can't actually. It discovered? Forest actually does prevent me making it. Well, forget it then, I guess. Why is the map so fucked up? Do you mean in terms of how it looks, the Hoi 3 sub-mod, or the provinces? The reason the provinces are this fucked up is because the TGC devs have decided to take a very historical approach to administrative demarcations. I'm running out of the ability to speak, guys. I need to stop in 10-15 minutes. We'll wrap it up or something like that. But they've gone for very historical, at least, you know. I don't know how historical it is or what they base it on or where their research is, but that's what they claim is the reason for it. I don't have much reason to doubt them, but sometimes I think they went a little bit too far. And this is a game where you micro troops on the map. Whether you agree with that or not, or whether you think it's not a priority, it is how you fight wars in this game. And I tell you, in my Russia campaign, I fought some wars down here in the Balkans, and it was a bit awkward at times with these provinces. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, look at these. I fought wars here. I fought wars here, and you don't come back from that. That sort of experience stays with you after the war's over. It's PTSD inducing. The regions in North Germany. Oh, I mean, there's this one here. Kiel has acne. Oh, Jesus. Hamburg. Why? Oh, God. This is worse than Japan, actually. The ones in Japan are fairly large dots, but these are tiny. Look at that. Wismar. A province completely engulfed by Schwerin, which means if you're invading this country and you're occupying, you'd have to occupy this and then come back out to Schwerin. Ah yes, the yellow country next to Thessaloniki is Mount Athos Monastic Republic. Semi-independent, even to this day, or something like that. I don't know much about it. But it's a monastery of 1k pops. Maybe I'll play as that next. It might be easier than this. Who's sphering me? No one. Seems like Russia is unironically the only one putting sphere points up. 100 relations with France. Does that make them sphere me? Is 100 relations the point in which they go, you know what? Yeah, I sphere you now. No. Yes, I think no women are allowed in Mount Athos, in that monastery. But then again, isn't it the case that in any monastery, you don't allow the other sex, whether it's a female one for nuns, or a male one? They don't allow the opposite, so it's not that crazy. It's not that one-off and unique for Mount Athos, right? Anyway. What tech? Let's just get all out military tech. All out military tech for, I don't know, this massive army I don't have. We're getting some pop growth, getting some immigration here. Yeah, I'm getting some Prussians moving towards me. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Come on, France. What colour is your nation? How am I supposed to know? You genuinely can't tell. Or at least maybe you could before I built the factory on it. My nation is just a factory. That's it. It's not like a bit on the map. It is that factory building. It's my nation. That's it. How I achieved 100% or 100 times pop growth in 20 years in Victoria 2. Soy face thumbnail. Done. Boom. France is back at it again. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. France is fearing me. Are they? Did they? It just went... Did they? They only went up by like a point. Did they? No, they didn't. They didn't. Sorry, they didn't. They didn't actually. It's still over. Still over. Get the relations up. Get to 200 relations. Come on. Wait, 16.7, 16.8? Are they doing it? What are they doing? I look away for 1 second. Come on, let's get those relations. 0.3 diplomatic points. I gain 0.2. I would only gain 0.1, but I became a secondary power, and that is slightly nullifying the microstate minus 60% fucking modifier. 17.4? Did they just go up again? They just went up again. I swear to God, they just went up again. Why are they so slow? Bavaria is a great power now. At least that means Germany won't form. Come on, France, you're breaking my heart. I'm just sitting here. All I can do is sit and look at France's influence on me. That's all you can do. That's what we're reduced to. My paper output just went up, which is great. I don't have any paper output. We're back to having no glass, by the way. $18.1, they just... Come on. Are they going to keep going up? 18.5, 6, 7... Oh shit. Here we go. There seems to be a steady increase. 18.9. They stopped. They fucking stopped. Is Russia going to discredit them anytime soon? I don't think Russia can discredit from neutral to cordial. So France, you've got nothing to worry about. Full spear ahead. Come on. Do Prussia need you to in sphere to form a map? I'm part of the German Cultural Union. I think they do need to sphere me. I don't know. I don't know about that one. They've made no effort to sphere me this entire game. France? Yes, France. Yes, France. Yes, France. Come on. Come on. You have some good accepted. Oh yeah, well that's the whole point of the playthrough. We might only be able to do it in the late game. Oh, we got a diplomatic point! We got a diplomatic point, First Minister. Holy shit. That's big. That's genuinely big. Can you believe that? That's huge. We're so back. We're getting the relations with France next month. Up more. Let's go. Oh my god. What an emotional roller coaster of a game. What's France's brigade count now? 42? Kind of shite. 39 on Prussia, but what are the allies? Prussia doesn't have any big allies. France is allied to Russia, but I'd only be calling France in if I were to deck on Prussia with being in France's sphere to do this. My war goal would be Rhineland. I would let France take Alsace back. Happily. I don't want to own any French cores. I'm happy to own Prussian cores and make Prussia my main enemy and start partitioning them. We might be able to do it. France is getting up there. 27. Are they full steam ahead now? It would seem that they are. Did the Crimean War happen? The Rhine War happened. These Italian wars are happening. I've seen no sign of the Crimean War though. That one hasn't happened yet. Hopefully that won't interrupt things. France, do you have a truce? They don't have a truce with Prussia? Yeah, they do. Till 58, that's gone soon. Hopefully another war doesn't break out without it being my war. I'm still going to end the stream soon though, so we're going to be looking at a kind of cliffhanger ending. I might return to it maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, Tuesday. 1.1 diplo points, let's go! Yeah, they're solidly sphering me. They're getting those points up. They're going all out. They're going balls to the wall. They're going all in. They're going ham. What else could you say? I've got a mobilization troop. Let's go! That doubles my army. I've got a mobilized brigade. Look at that. That's insane. This is service by requirement as well, by the way. Damn. Right, up again. France, come on. Come on, relations up. That's it. And tech-wise, I'm thinking... fucking mechanized mining. This increases the iron production I have in my country, but if I take the Rhineland, there's a lot of RGOs to increase the production of there. A lot of fucking RGOs. Everything in the Rhineland is a coal or iron. It's crazy. Which country am I playing as? The well-known country of neutral Moresnet. Have you never heard of it? Come on. Do you even know your map games? Do you even know your lore? Do you know your geography and history if you don't know neutral Moresnet? Come on, mate. France is almost hitting 40 points on me in Cordial. Come on. Keep it going. Oh, top growth there. "100 Americans were asked to point at neutral Moresnet on a map. You wouldn't believe the results." How many pops you have? You can see that on this screen. It's 35,860 and it's rapidly rising. You know those videos where they go around asking people random trivia geography questions on the street? I don't like them. I don't think they're... I don't know. There's something off about them. They're probably somewhat fake. Do you get that impression as well? Do you? Does anyone else feel that way about them? I don't know. They're a bit weird. I don't look at them and think, oh, ho, ho, ha, look at those really stupid people. How stupid are they? They don't know where that country is. I think... I don't know, through the power of editing, someone could go out on the street and ask 100 people where that country is, but then they get 4 stupid answers and they make the video just out of those 4 stupid answers. That's the magic of editing. That's something, and it's an example of what I mean by that. They just take the most stupid examples. Or they could be sort of staged and faked and acted where they ask people to just give a stupid answer for comedy. What if they just do that? You know. Oh. No, there you go. Interesting times we live in. I don't know, maybe it's the Victoria 3 experience that has just gotten me to be skeptical of all sorts of things in content and stuff, videos. I don't just sit and blindly watch something. I sort of think, could they have, could this be, question things a bit. Because, you know, television, all sorts of content is all... It's geared towards making you feel and think a certain way. They want you to have a certain... They want this to be funny. They want you to They want to make this emotional, they put on sad music. I do it in my fucking videos. I'm always just thinking about it. It's also the fact that I've made my own videos. And I've gotten into that where I look at other videos and think, oh, they put that music there to make you feel that way. And then it actually takes me out of it sometimes. You know what I'm getting at? I think it's actually making videos that has gotten me to think in other videos, as well as television and films especially. Films as well. Oh, this film engineered me to feel a certain way at this point by using this music. Fucking autistic in a way. But it's because I made my own videos, I just think about things like that now. Don't follow the elections. And just get some Miltech. Okay, Guatemala's happening. How's the sphere? France is up to friendly. Let's go. France is fearing me. My greatest ally. Follow a film course and you will hate movies for a year. I suppose if you do a film course, you are like what I just described, but 1,000 times, because every detail, every camera angle gets analysed from you. Well, now that we're talking about autism, and let's be real here, I mean, it's a word thrown around a lot. A lot of people get diagnosed with it. Seems to be something that seems to be increasing, but how do you define it? What makes someone autistic? No, I think it's like, it's a sort of catch-all term now for any kind of what people call now neurodivergence, or whatever the lingo is. Autism seems to be very catch-all. It's a spectrum. It seems to be, I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know psychology or anything. So I'm just talking about it as a random lay person. So don't take anything I'm saying to mean anything. Yeah, it ranges from people who have clear need of assistance with stuff to maybe just slightly wacky behaviour. It is a spectrum. So it's weird. Wouldn't be surprised if Moresnet gets to 100k eventually. Oh, I'm getting a massive pop boost. I'm getting 1k. They're coming from Prussia. Yeah, I think they are. Prussia. People from Prussia are moving to me. My mother is a psychologist and she says it can't be that specific. Well, yeah. But in terms of, okay, put the official diagnoses and the psychologist to aside for a moment. It's a word that gets thrown around, and if someone says, oh, I did this today, or I didn't do this today, someone will go, oh, that's really autistic of you. But what does it mean to say you're autistic for doing this? For being a bit socially awkward or something? What does it mean to say that? It's just, you can't even define it. When you think about it, I can't anyway. I mean, what is it? What is it to say someone is slightly autistic? And why is that person autistic and that person not? Because it seems it's such a broad spectrum that, you know what I'm getting at? It's just, if you've ever done anything, yeah, quite a Savitsky. I was severely unable to communicate. I had to go on a speech therapy for 10 years. Damn. I wish you all the best. I hope you're doing well with that now, Lawrence. But, yeah. A language learning disability disorder which falls under the umbrella medical term of autism. But you've had some very big challenges with that, and it seems like a very severe issue that you've had. But then to compare that, or to call that the same thing as someone who has exhibited a little socially awkward behaviour here and there. How can you compare? How can you put those two things, the severe problem and the tiny little haha awkward, how can that be the same disorder that someone has in their brain? It's just, so broad and doesn't taking the small thing and calling it the same as the big problem weaken how seriously people take the big problem? I don't know. I'm not saying that is true or not. I don't know. Like I've said, I'm just coming at it as a random person who doesn't know anything. Again. Don't take it seriously. It's a catch-all term. Yeah. I'm saying it because the word gets thrown around a lot. As an insult, but also as a joke and as a neutral descriptor of certain behaviours. How do we even get into this anyway? We're talking about fucking France fearing me. Are they? Yeah, they're getting up there. Twitter is about to cancel you and you know it. I am on Twitter. And I'll, you know, they can come at me. I would appreciate the traffic. I get a bit of boost in views. People check out my channel. Come on, make it happen. I'm sure my respectful and calm discussion about the issue of autism would be something terrible. It's an awful thing I just said. The reason it's a spectrum is because people can improve or get worse. $44 K-pops here, doing well. Can someone catch... Okay, Pow Panther asks, can someone catch autism? It's in the air. It's airborne, as they say. If you don't wear a mask, you'll catch it. It's airborne. I think why autism is getting more diagnoses because we're actually looking for it now. Well, yeah. Seek and you shall find. If you're actively looking for anything, you'll find it. If you're looking for something and you're putting money into the search for it, and it's you'll find it. I guess the more controversial aspect is, should we even get into it? Nah. Pharmaceutical companies. Nah, let's not go there. Let's not go there today. But nah. When are you going to do something in the games? But what we're waiting for France to sphere me, and they're actually getting up there. You know, we all know that. That's where we're at. Jackson brings an example in L'étranger, The Stranger. The author based the main character on his friend who displayed symptoms. Oh, interesting. I think I know about that book actually. It's like, is that person in The Stranger someone who murders someone and doesn't feel anything? Is like completely indifferent. Is that the right one I'm thinking of with The Stranger? Nero was autistic maybe. Okay, we're reaching far back on that one. Holy shit. Nero. I mean, wasn't he just a psychopath? Crazy. Really violent. Well, Lord Nude says here, that mathematician who got stabbed to death when a Roman stepped on his triangles in the sand. The way he died sounds highly autistic, but Lord Nude, why is that autistic? What does autistic mean that would fit into a description of sounding highly autistic? What does it mean that you didn't like that someone stepped on your triangles? What does that mean? Isn't that OCD? You don't like... You want everything to be arranged perfectly? Napoleon was also autistic. Now here we are, we're just throwing it around at everyone now, which is exactly what spurred me on to talk about this in the first place. not being able to place themselves in another's place and realizing the Roman could kill him if he were to fight him. So you're saying it's a lack of forethought or empathy, or you can't visualize what might happen if you take this action? You don't know how someone else might react if you do something? Nero had rich guy syndrome. Well, that brings us on to another issue of rich people, right? Yeah, let's talk about that. No, let's not. Well then, it's actually a very wide stereotype. Oh god, there's a war going on. It's the Austria versus Prussia, which is pretty good if it weakens Prussia. Loads of people say, oh, Victoria 2 players are autistic, and if you play these types of games, you're autistic. Which is a common stereotype and joke, which, I don't know. I guess I used to find it funnier before, but it's kind of a dead joke at this point. I don't know if that's exactly true. First of all, what does it mean? Why would it make someone that to... I don't know, I just enjoy this fucking game. Loads of other people enjoy this game. What's this game is about simulating the running of a country, and maybe as a general fighting in armies. Now, there's a lot of difference between this and actually planning stuff, like planning industry, planning infrastructure building, and planning projects, but isn't it the same part of your brain that it engages in terms of building stuff, planning it, looking through supply chains? I mean, especially since a lot of that work gets done on software such as Excel, which would be very comparable to the actual act of playing this game. What's the real difference there? Is it just because this is a pastime and a hobby and you're kind of wasting time by playing this? But I'm not. This is my job, and I'm making a career out of playing this. So what do you make of that? Isn't Victoria 2 a diplomatic simulator? Oh, it's a simulator of all sorts of stuff. You can say it's war, diplomacy, economics, just everything about a country, population management. It's the inability to understand the other's perspective, difficulty with social interactions, savant syndrome, being skilled in a specific field they obsess over. Difficulty with understanding people can also lead to odd aggression since it's easier to misinterpret something. No, thank you for explaining. That's really interesting. Italy seems to have lost, actually, to Austria. Austria, 52 brigades. Okay, Prussia's going to crush Austria. Yeah. Can France beat them? I have to just hope they can. Now, has France feared me yet? I think when France fears me, we can call that the cliffhanger and end it. I know that that's what we're waiting for, and we've just been talking about other topics instead, but... Isn't Vic 3 just Vic 2? Yeah, I guess it's all the same. It's an inferior version of Vic 2. Well, there's not really a version of it at all. It's very different. Vic 3 is worse Vic 2. Yeah, you could say that, but then the games are so dissimilar anyway that you can't compare them. Let's make an alloys industry. Fuck it. We got iron, we can make a steel factory. That's like comparing March of the Eagles to Battlefield. It's like comparing March of the Eagles to Napoleon Total War. Yeah, we've got enough people to have 2 factories now. It's crazy, isn't it? We might even be able to get 2 brigades of soldiers, actually. Where's our soldier? Okay, we can't really. We have 5.6%, so we can't use the encouragement. We're getting close to that sphere. Come on, France. Have they stopped? 85.9. Have they fucking stopped again? You're so close. Come on. We're even close to an alliance as well. Get the mill access. Hey, France, remember I exist. Hugh Blair was a Scottish laird from Borg. Wait. Oh no, I got sphered by Prussia by event. It's over. Oh. Oh. Did I? What? France got banned. I got forced into an alliance with Prussia. What the fuck happened there? You are not sphered yet, but I was given an alliance with Prussia. Can I use that for anything? Do we have jingoism yet? No. Our Socialist Party is pacifist. I can't attack Belgium. It's off the table. I can't do it. I would have to attack the Netherlands, but I can't. Should I just... And France somehow ends up banned embassy? Prussia did that? Is Prussia sphering me now? Because they need me to form Germany. And they... Well, Bavaria is thankfully a great power. Bavaria would prevent Prussia from doing it, actually. Is Prussia putting their points up? Where are you in the Mao? Time to attack Belgium. I mean, Prussia somehow... I think, here's what happened. The event there where Prussia beat Austria gave Prussia 100 influence points in me. But instead of using those points to add me to Sphere, he used them to ban France, who were at friendly 80 points, which is so annoying. Fuck Prussia. We're aligning with France here. Cancel that alliance. Come on, France. I lost my great power ally. Come on. We're going to call it here soon, though. We're going to call it for this session, but we will return to this campaign. I'll destroy France later when I'm strong enough in the late game. Too many great power allies. I lost my fucking Prussian alliance. Come on. Don't do this to me. How many months does it take to... Wait, I'm allied with Bavaria. Wait, sorry. Okay, I'm allied with Bavaria, right? How did that happen? I don't know. Did it give every German country an alliance with every German country mutually? I don't know. Maybe the Great Powers. So, is there anything we can do with Bavaria? No. Not really. 6 brigades. Just break that. I'm putting my eggs in the French basket. And it's only -5. We're so close. Too many alliances. They have too many alliances. If they dropped some alliances, I could get this alliance. Now we're about to get the Crimean War, so we're going to call it here. They should add neutral Moresnet to DoD. They should add it to Vanilla. We should add it to OpenVic. We should add it to every reputable and well-known mod in existence. 3 hours is how I want to stream. It's a good amount of time. Get the right to pass France issue. What do you mean? I have military access mutually with France both ways already, if that's what you mean. Thank you very much for all the great subscriptions, the channel modding. No modding needed to be done. None of the mods came in to do channel point predictions, but that's okay. I'm back to streaming regularly, and I'm going to aim to do it perhaps at the same times I've done it. So now that people are going to be more aware of that, more people can come in, they know what time I'll stream. And yeah, it's good to be back streaming. Had fun with you all today. I like these single player streams. I was really saddened when the Spain playthrough actually had to fall apart, because I was enjoying that, and I think it's good content, these single player runs. Good way to have a good stream with chat. But it's just I couldn't continue playing the Spain playthrough. It went that badly, and I was out of ideas on what to do next. And but now the microstate challenge is very interesting. What accepted pop does Mount Athos have? Just Greek, so they're shite. There's other ones out there that might be playable. There's other ones. I don't know. Maybe somewhere. But for now, we've gotten neutral Moresnet up to nearly 50,000 pops, which is slightly higher than its starting 350 pops. Thank you very much everyone for watching. This will be up in the Spudgun archives tomorrow. Shout out to the VOD crew. And I will see you all later. Thanks. Bye.